Hey guys, how are you guys doing? My name is Omar Gonzalez, and I'm gonna be doing a presentation on the culture I selected for this assignment, which is on Ukraine. So, as you can see in the next slide, it's gonna be a lecture content on everything that's gonna cover up this whole presentation, like for starters, the reasons why I selected this culture, the location, the overview, the history, the language, the religion, clothing, celebrations, slash holidays, foods, conclusion, and important information about this culture, which is about Ukraine. Reasons why I selected Ukraine. Well, I selected Ukraine for this assignment because for a time I would be inspired a lot by the Ukrainians, especially during this hard time that they are still suffering from the war against Russia. The Ukrainians inspired me a lot due to how strong they are whenever they are all united and are not afraid to fight back for what is right. And literally, that just reminds all of us of times like whenever something hard, like a difficult issue comes into play for all of us. It's something really inspiring for all of us to, to not be afraid to fight back for what we believe is right. History. According to Han 2024, Ukraine culture have demonstrated outside of Europe how ethnic groups and boundaries are socially constructed. The bodies of the Ukraine general theories of decoloniality have invoked to justify viewing the people as long-term stateless nation. According to Kopachinska 2021, Ukraine's geopolitical view would pass a long-term evolution, which was strongly influenced by the history of the formation of the Ukrainian statehood. Due to a result as a complicated state and legal realities, Ukraine's geopolitical information would be mostly fragmentary in nature and combined with other studies from other countries. History. According to Kopachinska 2021, at the turn of the 20th century, the first Ukrainian state and political programs would begin to appear that would include and substantiate excuse me, geopolitical principles. As the historical stage of Ukrainian statehood formation, the geopolitical view would change and would describe the works of the people who were interested in the future of the state, justify the need for its independence, and care for about the future of the ethnical lands of Ukraine. According to Kopachinska, 2021, since Ukraine became independent, their geopolitical view will gradually transform into geopolitical interests, which have been determined by the peculiarities of the geopolitical location and the level of the internal development. To transform their geopolitical view into interest, Ukraine would need to have a unique geopolitical location that could give both advantages and disadvantages. According According to Laff and Gregory 2023, the meaning behind the Ukrainian flag would mean that the blue represents the sky and the yellow represents wheat fields. After the Caesarist Russia collapsed in 1917, Ukraine would use this flag during the Ukrainian War of Independence in 1917 through 1921. Later on in the future, in 1992, the parliament from Ukraine would then designate the current flag as the national flag, Lev and Gregory 2023, according to them. However, today Ukraine's flag is flying worldwide in solidarity with their fight to defend their sovereignty. Additional info, according to Laugh and Gregory 2023, Ukraine's most iconic symbol is the trident. The trident was used as a nation's coat of arms until 1991, where Ukraine voted for independence. They made the trident coat of arms. This real quick. Okay. As in the recent years, Ukraine suffered a lot from the attacks of Russia that led it into a war between the two countries. According to Morrow 2025, The war between Russia and Ukraine started in 2022, caused many thousands of innocent civilians' deaths, including children, and a serious massive destruction in their country. This war would impact Ukraine in a negative way that caused a lot of crisis in economic and humanitarian and with numerous consequences in Ukraine and countries nearby. According to Morrow 2025, Ukraine would be supported by international organizations and national governments during the war. Despite Ukraine not having an advantage in the war, something admirable about the Ukrainian culture is the strength and persistency to unite and fight back as a small country and culture. Location. Ukraine is located in Eastern Europe and is considered to be the second largest on the continent after Russia. The capital of Ukraine is Kyiv, which is located in north-central Ukraine. According to Stabelsky and Kryzanhavsky, 2025, Ukraine is bordered by Belarus to the north, Russia to the east, the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea to the south, Moldova and Romania to the southwest, and Hungary, Slovakia, and Poland to the west. Language. According to Yerofeyev and Haishda, 2025, Russian, but people in Ukraine speak Ukrainian, which belongs to Russian, and Belarusian to the east, Slavic of the Slavic language family. The Ukrainian language is somewhat similar to Russian, but also has similarities to the Polish language. According to Yeroiv, Feyev, and Heichta 2025, many people in Ukraine speak Polish, Yiddish, Russian, Belarusian, Romanian, or Moldovan, Bulgarian, Crimean Turkish, or Hungarian. According to Group and Kamichuk, 2023, as of 2021, approximately 60% of Ukrainians identify themselves as Eastern Orthodox Christian, which results being the largest religious affiliation in Ukraine. 9.6% identify themselves as Ukrainian Greek Catholics and 8% just as Christians. Clothing. According to Romotska 2024, every year on the third Thursday of May, Ukrainians celebrate Vaishaivanka Day. Vaishaivanka is a Ukrainian word meaning shirt or dress, which is a central piece to traditional clothing for Ukraine. According to Horutska 2024, Vaishaivanka is traditional made from linen and embroidered with various symbols unique to each region of Ukraine. Celebration slash holidays. Every third Thursday in May, Ukrainians celebrate Vaishaivanka Day. And as we learned in the previous slide, the Ukrainians would use their traditional wear, which is Vaishavanka, and they would celebrate this day by using those their traditional wearing as a symbol, as and well, not a symbol, but as an important traditional central piece of the culture. On December 31st, aka New Year's Eve, they celebrate Malanta. On August 24th, they celebrate their Independence Day. They also celebrate Easter, Christmas, Cupola Night, which starts from July 6th and ends on July 7th. And finally they will celebrate Women's Day on March 8th. Foods. These are some traditional foods that I found in that I found on research with research. For traditional Ukrainian food, we'll have borscht, beet soup made with beef, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, garlic, and dill. Varenki, which are like dumplings, tossed in butter and served with dollops of sour cream and dill. Polopsi, which are stuffed cabbage, chicken kaiv, pounded chicken breast stuffed with herb buttery filling. Paska bread is a traditional Ukrainian Easter pastry that is baked in a tin can and glazed on top. They also have cabbage rolls. Banosh. Banosh is a traditional dish prepared with cornmeal with sour cream on top, pork rind, mushrooms, and brindisa. Sports. According to Kryzhanvisky and Stabelsky, 2025, Popular sports include track and field, volleyball, shooting, basketball, swimming, gymnastics, boxing, and chess. Soccer is the most popular sport in Ukraine, and two of the most important clubs and popular clubs of Ukraine are arch rivals Shakhtar Donetsk and Dynamo Kyiv. Ukraine, an athlete that I really admire a lot is the Ukrainian soccer player Andriy Lonin. Right now, he currently plays for Real Madrid and has been part of the team for numerous years and has won two Champions League trophies, Copa del Rey trophies, and La Liga trophies. And it's something real admirable when they're because he's the backup goalie, but their starting goalie would got injured and it was his turn to play. And thanks for to him, he saved so many saved so many goals, and because of him, Real Madrid made it to the final for the last Champions League, and that's where they won it. And and thankfully for him, Madrid wouldn't have won one of their Champions League trophies if it wasn't for him. Another important athlete in Ukraine is one of the greatest boxers in the heavyweight division who has accomplished a lot in his career. And that guy's name is Alexandre Usyk. And right here on the side, you see London, and then you see Usyk, two really, two really great athletes that put Ukraine on in high expectations for athletes because they're really they're really inspiring and hardworking athletes that many could look up to, you know. Conclusion. Overall, from learning their history and overview, Ukraine is a strong, small country that never seems to give up easily without a fight. It shows how strong the Ukrainians can be when all of Ukraine unite and face situations together. We learned about how rare it is it for Ukraine to speak all kinds of different languages based on their geographic location. We discovered a lot on several holidays and traditional foods that is really important to the Ukrainian food and culture. Overall, despite its size, Ukraine is a strong country and culture that many other cultures could relate to. References page right here is all the references I used for this presentation, and I really thank all of you guys for taking your guys' time to watch my video. Any questions you guys may have for the Ukrainian culture, you guys could just leave it down in the comment section and you guys can and I'm happy to look up and research and get to those answers to those questions that you guys may have. And once again, thank you guys so much and have a great day. Thank you.